Jackets.
And we're back with the final segment of today's pregame coaches show. And we just want to say go Yellow Jackets, go Yellow Jackets, go Yellow Jackets all the way.
Yes.
Glad to have you guys. Glad to be a part of the team. And looking forward to a great night tomorrow night. Don't forget, folks, no Friday night football this week. It's Thursday night, Leesburg High School. We want everyone to come out, be a part of this great event.
Yes.
And if for some reason you're sick and you're not able to come, well, you'll be able to watch it. You'll be able to listen to this show tomorrow night at 6 on HD, Prism HD 1021, Prism 21, Comcast 22, Spectrum 497, Roku device, or you can catch it online at lakefronttv.com. Don't forget, all the football games at home will have live cameras there thanks to Matthias Food Service and Balloons Baking House. Take it away, guys.
All right, we are back. We have the head coach with us, with Coach Oates, for the, is it varsity men's basketball?
Yes, sir.
Varsity men's basketball. We just want to welcome you, and we're just going to go over a couple of things we do with Coach, just actually about the program. So how's basketball looking? How's your team?
Oh, we bring back 7 of the 9 from last year.
Oh, really?
Wow.
We lost Ernest and Quentin.
Okay.
They graduated, and so
Last year.
So
Yeah.
how far did you get in state?
we won.
One
Really?
state.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
Wow. So after state, does it go to a national? How does that work?
Nah, we were done after state.
Really? Okay.
7 and 9 returners off of a state championship team.
That's amazing.
That's awesome. How good do you feel about coming into the season with such talent plus experience?
It's a brand new year.
Oh, really?
Um,
Is that how you approach every year, even though you are returning 7 starters off a huge season? Do you go into it like this is a whole new ball game?
brand new every year because coming into last year, we had lost seven players off varsity. And we
Wow.
only brung back 4.
Right.
So the expectations, I guess for everybody else was really, really low, but our bar is our bar. So
Right. So expectations around looking at the program was, hey, you lost a lot. If you have a winning season, it's good. But going into the season, obviously, you don't feel that way. But with winning a title, expectations now are probably higher around viewing the program outside. But for you, it's always going to be the same.
Correct. Yeah, from the outside, it's probably through the roof.
Yeah.
But it was always through the roof for us.
How many players are on the team as far as roster goes? What is the number usually that you have coming to the squad?
Well, for varsity, I like to keep a comfortable number, a number that I can play, because I never want to keep somebody on the team that's not playing.
Right.
Then he's upset with his minutes. So a 9 is about good
Right.
for me.
So, with that being said, with the people that are going to leave, do you prepare the next group to fill in those shoes? So the number-wise, you want to keep people that are obviously coming back next season that are going to be experienced and stuff like that.
Always. We use our JV system just like football uses theirs as a feeder to our
Right.
varsity program. So we use that whole year with JV, preparing them for varsity the next year.
And how many years have you been head coach of the varsity boys?
At Leesburg, this is my 5th year.
Fifth year in the state championship.
Yeah.
That's something. Is your first state championship?
It is. I had been to state before when I was at Evans High School, when I was assistant at Evans.
Okay.
We wound up losing that game to the eventual state champion. But this was the first time we won.
Very
I
nice.
won.
When did you start to feel like, oh, we got something special here?
From the beginning.
From the beginning.
It's a lot of talent. I think what we were missing from the year before, because we were regional semifinalists the year before.
Okay.
With about 7 seniors on that team. Really talented, skilled players. We just handling adversity was our biggest problem. And one of the things that me and Dre talked about coming into the season was just as a group bonding together so that when we come through those times of adversity, we can fight through them.
That's awesome. And returning Dre, obviously, How much of a key is he to your success going forward?
He's everything. Like all of our players carry the same burden, the same load. But for me personally, he's like a son to me, an extra coach on the court. We've been together so long.
Right.
He understands what I want on both ends of the court. So for him to be able to express that to his teammates on the court during the game is everything.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's very good.
Hey, Coach, how many of your football players do you got playing on the basketball team? We went the other way a while ago. Let's flip it around.
3. We got 3. Dre's coming back on varsity. AJ and Trayvon Austin, they got an opportunity to make the varsity team this year.
Good.
Yeah,
Good. So you're working them back and forth. I like that.
How extensive is the tryout to come from JV to varsity?
It's a physical difference. That a lot of them, you got to get used to playing varsity.
Right.
Guys are bigger, stronger, a little bit faster. So we use our varsity kids, and in a lot of our drills, we put our JV kids in drills with our varsity kids,
Right.
just so that they can get that contact and be prepared.
That's a good idea.
Now, do you guys, with that being said, the tryouts, who picks the JV kids to move up? Usually, is it you as the head coach as well with other people?
Yeah, we got a staff of about 5 guys, but ultimately it's me.
It's you.
Yeah.
You're the deciding factor. And how much do the kids around you influence that? Do they ever say, "Hey, this kid's, can move up," or they don't have anything to do with that?
Nah,
part?
I
They'd
don't
be
have no
bringing
say in
everybody. So Coach Oates says he tried to recruit you for football. What was he trying to get you to come on to do exactly?
Help out with the wide receivers.
Wide receivers.
A lot of people don't understand me and Coach Oates' relationship, man. He's everything to me as well, man. When I
Right.
first got to Leesburg, he's the first guy that kind of put his arms around me. So he's been like a mentor for me since I've been in Leesburg.
That's awesome.
Are you a Leesburg graduate? Or you come from somewhere else?
No, I graduated from Orlando Evans.
Oh, Evans. Okay.
Some background about you too. You went to Florida State as well.
I did.
I'm sorry.
James is a Gator. We don't value his opinion. Tell me, being a college athlete, how much of a work ethic did it take to be successful on the college level compared to high school level?
Man, it's night and day.
Night and day.
I think as a high school student, I was prepared more so for the work ethic. My parents and then my coaches did a good job of preparing me for college, but it is night and day. You almost, when you get up there, it's starting all over again.
Right.
Like a baby coming out of the womb.
You're a freshman.
Yeah.
Do you teach that to your kids that, hey, just because you're an all-star here at this level, if you want to make it to the next level, it's a totally different ball game.
Yeah.
Hey, as a coach, if you're not teaching them what it takes to get to the next level, or the next level of life, not just
Right.
sports, and you failing at your job. And so
Right.
a lot of the things that I do with them, we spend a lot of time together just talking about some of my experiences, because all of them aren't positive.
Right.
And so we got some stories to tell, just so that we can help these kids grow into productive men in society.
Do you find it harder now than when you first started coaching? Because you've been coaching for a lot longer than 5 years, correct?
Yes, sir.
Is it harder now to coach kids than it was when you first started coaching?
Well, I want to say that I'm still young.
Right. I mean, as each year it changes, I think.
It does. But we spend so much time together.
Right.
And so when I first started, I can say that it has changed a little bit. It was more so when I first came home from Florida State and I was back in Orlando coaching, it was like a big brother type of situation. Now it's almost, I'm old enough to be these guys' dads. So it's changed a lot.
With the self-promotion like we talked about with our first show with Coach Oates and being able to self-promote yourself, social media and stuff like that, how much do you preach to the kids that for self-promotion as far as, putting yourself out there, videos and stuff like that? Coach Oates gets big into that as well. He promotes his kids to the next level. He's in touch with other coaches. how much have you seen on that, especially now, you being a coach of a state title team? How much do coaches now reach out? Has it changed any?
And they reach out a lot, man. I just got off the phone with a coach when I was walking in here. Let me start with the negative aspect of social media. And we talk about that a lot too.
Right.
Just making sure that everything that you put out there is a representation of you and your family,
Right,
and
positive.
the coaching staff, and the school, so that you always want to make sure that you're projecting something positive.
Gotta set the
But
example.
the Booster Club, they came through this year with a video program with Huddle for the basketball team. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And we speak on the booster program a lot because it's needed for everybody in the community, especially the people that, even the people that advertise with us. And we thank all of them for donating whatever they donated to make us be able to bring the games live every week. But in general, it takes these businesses and the booster program to step up just to give a better platform for the kids to be able to play on. And we speak on that with the bleachers for Leesburg High School. Whatever we can do as a show, as the radio station, with the sponsors, whatever we can do to raise awareness that if you're a Leesburg graduate or a local business, just even coming to the games and paying admissions goes towards boosting the Leesburg Yellow Jacket program.
Yeah.
And it's going to show with Coach Oates wanting to bring excitement back into Leesburg. I mean, to me, it feels like there is definitely a shift
Oh yeah.
in the dynamic of everything.
I haven't, obviously, this is our first official year doing this with Leesburg, and so I can't say what happened past, but from experience and from listening to you, Coach Oates, and seeing everything on the field and what they're doing, I can only imagine how night and day it was from last year and the previous years until now, and you coming back and instilling this this plan, this ideology into these kids. So it's and we respect it a great deal. So we talk about it all the time. Folks out there, just listen. Leesburg Yellow Jacket Booster at gmail.com. If you are interested in supporting the Leesburg Yellow Jack athletics program, give them a holler. Contact them. They are on Twitter at Leesburg Booster, Facebook Leesburg Yellow Jacket Booster Club. The whole athletics program is funded by the Booster Club. There's no state money, no city money, no county money. If they get it from the businesses that donate, from the family and the relatives that donate, people that come buy tickets, the sales at the food
Concession.
the concessions. Sorry, I couldn't get it out. Me and Jason were joking at South Sumter when we were out there at halftime. Jason went down to go get some nachos, and he comes back up. He goes, "Well, I just donated to the South Sumter Booster Club." So
I didn't want to.
He didn't want to, but he was hungry. So, but
I was glad we won that game.
Yeah,
just put
absolutely.
it out there.
Definitely.
Yeah, there was a little more. It almost didn't happen. We won't
Right.
get too much into it, but it almost didn't happen, but it did, and we were so glad it did because it was such an experience for both of us and to see everything. But Leesburg, if you're listening, you hear Coach Oates and how much love he has. You hear the basketball coach, how much love he has. You hear Dre and how much love he has for these sports. The Booster Club is what allows them to have these sports and to have this opportunity. So donate.
Hey, Coach, how did JV do last night? I didn't get any results.
JV ended up on the wrong end of a 36-8 game.
Wow.
Oh,
The painful thing was the running back for Lake Minneola that did the damage is a Leesburg kid, so that really hurt.
How did that happen?
wow.
He's a current running back right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was current last night.
Wow.
yes. But the kids played hard, and I love our freshman class. That's going to be a great class, I think, if we can keep them together.
Right.
One of the things I'm most proud of this season so far is last year we didn't have a JV team. Now we're up to around 40 kids on JV.
Wow.
So
That's huge.
that was big coming in. Two things we looked at coming in. Beat South Sumter. I
Yes.
thought would be huge for the community and the players buying in and building our JV program to let the community see, hey, they are trying to move in the right direction, because I'm going to say it one more time. Leesburg has some tremendous kids.
Yes,
I mean,
they
we
do.
have some knuckleheads like every other school,
Right.
but the vast majority of kids at Leesburg are great kids. They have great parents, and I just want to put it out there that we're not the hoodlums that a lot of people think we are.
Right.
And there's not a school in the state of Florida, I don't care how much talent they have, that I would rather be at than Leesburg High School.
That's
that says
awesome.
a lot.
No JV squad as far as football last year, correct?
Correct.
Was that just because
Numbers.
just numbers?
Numbers.
That's amazing. You said about 40 kids out on JV.
We're
now?
up to about 40 kids right now, and
That's
had
crazy.
some more come to see me today. We're running out of uniforms. But
Wow.
I told the kids, if we win, people are going to want to be around you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And both teams won last week to kick off the year. You talk to anybody, if football gets off to a good start, normally your school has a good school year. I'm not even talking about athletics. I'm just
Right.
talking about,
All around.
football sets the tone because
Yeah.
it's the first activity of
Absolutely.
the year. So we want to contribute to that. And again, I want to put it out there. I know you guys give me a lot of credit. This is a team thing.
Yes.
Our motto is "We, not me."
Absolutely.
This wouldn't be possible if the kids didn't buy in. It wouldn't be possible if my coaches didn't work hard, and it wouldn't be possible if the community didn't support us and people like you guys who have given us this platform to promote our program. So
That's awesome.
it takes a village, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just a part of it. I'm going to get the attention, whether that be positive or negative. But it's a group effort.
How exciting is that with having the JV, just like with the basketball? Now we're at the end of the show.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to continue this next week, Wednesday, 2 p.m. We'll be back at it again. We just are just so ecstatic, and I consider myself blessed to even be here and to allow this to happen. So
Thank you.
just want to thank you guys again, and we look forward to next week. Actually, we look forward to Thursday. Go Yellow Jackets.
Thursday night, right here at the Leesburg High School Stadium. Everybody come out, support. Remember, Lakefront TV is going to be there with cameras, and you'll be able to see that next Thursday night, right after the coaches show at Prism HD 1021, Prism 21, Comcast 22, Spectrum 497, Roku device, and at lakefronttv.com. And again, thankful to Matthias Food Services and Bloom's Bacon House for helping this happen. Remember, hashtag Leesburg Pride.